Hey, what's going on, world? You already know it's your boy Sauce Brady, and I'd like to welcome y'all back to the sixth episode of season 4 of the Roll Up Podcast. As always, I'd like to thank everybody for their continuous support. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and shares. It really means a lot. Y'all been showing love, and the campaign is growing. Campaign is getting stronger. So I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do and showing love to the campaign. If you haven't done so already, I'd like to extend the invitation to follow me on Instagram at the Roll Up Podcast. And if you're on Threads, you can also follow me at the Roll Up Podcast as well. I also like to extend the invitation to check out the SauceBradyExperience.com. That's the official hub of the Roll Up Podcast. So everything that I'm working on right now is all in one place. My first book is called Here's the Truth. It's available on Amazon, and it's also available on Barnes & Noble, so make sure you get that. And then my second book is on the way. It's titled You Deserve Better, because again, in fact, you deserve better. I'd like to encourage everybody, again, if you haven't done so already, to please like, comment, and subscribe to the campaign. The next 50 people that subscribe to the campaign via Spotify will receive a 30% discount to shop at the Sauce Factory. That's a lifetime coupon. And you'll also get the free PDF version of my book, Here's the Truth. Today's episode will stem from a blog that I wrote a couple weeks ago, and I'll have the link in the description. But my sole intention for this conversation is to hopefully spark the flame inside of you that encourages you to pursue your calling. The quote for today's episode, y'all know I gotta start off with a quote, is by Roy T. Bennett, and it reads, "Believe in yourself. You're braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can imagine." This passage is a key ingredient to the recipe of the Roll Up Podcast. When I first started this journey back in 2010 with Team Flat Radio, I realized that I wanted to use my influence to motivate. But before I could influence and motivate the world, I had to influence and motivate myself first. No, I'm not going to toot my own horn this entire episode, but in order for me to get to where I am today, I had to trust in my creative ability and put action behind my words. When it comes to chasing our calling, as the opening quote says, we are braver than we think, more talented than we know, and capable of more than we can imagine. But in order for us to take that first step into pursuing who we were meant to be, those 3 attributes we must unlock before we can get to where we gotta be. And those 3 attributes are bravery, talent, and the belief that we are capable. To better understand those 3 attributes, let's break them down. To be brave, it means we are ready to face, endure danger or pain, or to show courage. That also goes back to the term stoicism that I incorporated in the last episode. The second attribute is to be talented, which means having a natural skill for something. And the third attribute is to be capable, and that means to have the ability, fitness, or quality necessary to achieve a specific task. Those 3 things are required in order for us to excel in any area of expertise. The journey may not call for all 3 ingredients at once, but you can guarantee that there will be a time and a place to exhibit at least one of those at a time. Most importantly, it is important to understand that you are more than enough to accomplish your dreams. Nothing is given in this world. Despite what everybody say, oh, they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, oh, they had this growing up, oh, I did have that growing up, etc., etc. It's important to remember that nothing is given in this world. Most things you're going to have to prove that you are worthy in order to achieve them. But before we can prove to the outside world that we can accomplish our mission, we must first prove it to ourselves. I am here today to tell you that you are more than enough. You may be scared to put yourself out there, but that's the beauty of the journey, to make bold moves and force yourself out of your comfort zone to prove to yourself that your goals are attainable. Because here's the truth that most of us have forgotten. We were all given a gift at birth. Sometimes life buries our gift and we have to dig deep to find it. Other times it's sitting right under our noses. And it's only when we pay attention to the signs that we unlock the infinite possibilities, that we find the tools to keep the fire burning. But again, in order to manifest our vision, we must first believe that it is possible. As I've said many times before, we have allowed life to dampen our flames. We've let our circumstances take precedent over our dreams and goals. While it's not a bad thing to prioritize our life, it's also important that we prioritize ourselves. By prioritizing ourselves, we are giving ourselves permission to seek endless opportunities while sharpening our skills to put them to use. The moment we begin to truly believe in ourselves is when we will begin to attract all the opportunities destined for us. No matter what you refer to it as, your guardian angels, the universe, your ancestors, or however your religion personifies it, dreams only come to pass with hard work and faith in the unseen. Growing up in the church, we were taught that faith without works is dead. We were taught to write the vision and make it plain, all of which contribute to the manifestation of our desires. But again, before we can convince the world of our dreams, we must convince ourselves first. When we show up every day and put the work in, we are instilling in our minds the three attributes that I mentioned earlier: bravery, our skill, and our capabilities. When we move in alignment to our goals, we are allowing doors to be opened on our behalf. Sometimes on our mission, it's going to require us to part ways with those that don't want to see us win. But by cutting that dead weight, you're making room for the healthy relationships that encourage growth and promotion. So starting today, let's practice believing in ourselves more. Let's let go of the negative vibes that's keeping us stagnant so we can walk into the new season of our lives. How we treat ourselves inwardly will reflect how the world treats us. We've downplayed our gifts for too long. Now it's time to step up to the challenge and get right. Everybody won't see the vision. It's okay. It's not their job to see the vision. But as long as we see it, that's what's most important. As I've said before, we are all like trees. When we believe in ourselves, we are extending our roots for other people to feed off that belief so they too can believe in themselves. So in closing, I would just like to remind you that I believe in you. I believe that you can achieve great things. I believe you can overcome your adversities to transcend into your higher self. I believe that the storm that you are in will pass. And until it happens, keep working and keep pushing forward. As always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the Roll Up Podcast. If you haven't done so already, follow the campaign on Instagram and Threads at the Roll Up Podcast. Make sure you check out the SauceBradyExperience.com. Make sure you be on the lookout for my second book, You Deserve Better. Again, the next 50 people that subscribe to the podcast on Spotify will get a 30% discount and a free PDF copy of my book, Here's the Truth. Make sure you shop at the Sauce Factory. And again, y'all have a great day. Hope I said something that'll push you forward on your movement. You already know it's your boy. Peace.